Welcome to Just Saying, where it's real talk, real friends, and real raw. Today's show is Meet My Bitch. Oops, I meant BFF. Stay tuned.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Live. Just Saying.
You're tuning in to Just Saying. I'm Diann Valentine. I'm your host. Please welcome our guest to the studio tonight. She is a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, an actress, and a producer, Miss Torrei Hart.
Hi.
Hi, Torrei.
Hey. Hi.
And please welcome my co-hosts, Jennifer Williams and April Daniels. Hi, ladies.
Hi, ladies. Hi, guys.
Well, since you are tuning in to your favorite happy hour girlfriends, I hope you got your cocktail ready. Jen, what are we drinking tonight?
Oh my God. So tonight we are drinking a skimpy mixer.
Yes.
Courtesy of Torrei.
Yes.
So this is the pineapple flavor and it's mixed with vodka and it's actually really good. You guys must try it. Let's make a toast.
Okay.
And this is available at Walmart, skimpymixer.com,
nice.
Amazon. And it's actually really fabulous.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Low calorie.
Black girls
too,
rock.
joining us.
Oh.
Low calorie is always great.
Ooh.
Ooh, it is
Yum.
yummy.
It's like a
I
now
know.
later.
Yeah,
What y'all know
it
about now later?
It's really, really good.
It is
Thank
good.
you. Thank you for
You're
providing our
welcome.
drink tonight.
Yes.
is. Yum,
That's
yum.
yummy.
See, our guests bear gifts.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, we're going to have you back a lot, Torrei.
I got 5 more flavors for you, so let me know. Well, we're going to have you 5 plus 5 more times. Okay. Well, we are moving along to Just Heard. So I know we weren't with you guys last week. You
No.
know, this one, the bougie one, had to travel all over the world.
Look at
so
here.
It didn't quite work out, but we are here today, and we're going to talk about a few things that might be a little bit old to some and new to others. But let's start off with Trump.
Oh, God.
I am really concerned for the
tired of
future
talking
of
about
America.
him.
I know, but you know, it's just really crazy because this picture was circulating on social media, and I actually reposted it. And you know, according to Snopes.com, it is a false picture. But the crazy thing about it is, when we all saw it, I don't think anyone thought it was fake for 1
No.
second because he's just been so disrespectful.
Yes.
It's been ridiculous.
Yes.
And I really feel like, you know, with him running is scary because he looks like he has a great shot. Second, he is waking up the land of the living dead. Let me tell you, everybody who's been silent, who's been wanting to say stuff for a long time, he is being the voice to all of that foolishness. He can't even have a rally in peace without a black man getting punched in the face.
That's crazy.
And then the
God.
crazy thing, in North Carolina this week, the cops immediately went and tackled the black man on the
Right.
ground when he
Right.
got punched onto the ground.
Right.
And then later realized that, oh, you know, we should arrest the other gentleman who was 78 years old, by the way. Land of the living dead. Yeah.
Foul.
So all these old folks that have the back in them days, and let me tell you, Diann said they getting their sheets and their hoods
They
out.
pulling them out.
KKK.
They pulling them out.
And they getting
Oh
ready to have a
my
reunion.
God.
Like, for real.
It's crazy.
Everybody better get to voting, step up their
Yeah.
voting game, get in this race, and really, because
Yeah.
it's going to take
Listen.
a nation to shut this down.
When
For real.
people
I
say
am
they don't
moving.
vote, when people say they don't vote, I'm just like, how can you not vote, right? Because, yeah, it might feel like we are powerless, you know, by ourselves, but you got to choose the least of the two evils.
Right.
No candidate is perfect. They're
Right.
all politicians. But if you look at how the world looks at America today, based on Obama being our president,
Right.
and how the world is going to look at us if Trump gets in office.
Yeah, the comments people
Oh
are
my
making,
God.
like,
I'm telling y'all,
North Korea-
I'm moving out the country.
Look, North Korea, they getting their nuclear bombs ready.
Listen.
They like, we not playing with y'all in the U.S.
it's
But
it's
if you
really-
don't vote, then you don't have a voice. And I feel like all the way around the board, like you don't have a voice to say what's going on in the country. You don't have a voice to complain. You have to vote. It's
Yes.
just, you know what I mean? It's just like what you do as a citizen of the country.
Yes.
You have to vote.
You have to vote.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Yes, we want you
Yes.
to.
You know, I kind of like Donald Trump. I know, it sounds crazy. It does, but you know, because he's honest, he's raw, and at least you know what you're getting. Because in my opinion, all these other politicians and you know, people who were running for president before Obama, they really feel the same way he does. They just were silent and not as brave as Trump was.
Right.
So at least, not saying I'm voting for Trump, but at least I know what I'm getting because he's very raw and honest versus somebody who's going to pull the wool over our eyes and then get into office and do what he wants to do anyway.
Right.
So I like that Trump is just boisterous and at least, I know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that.
The scary part, I feel like, is particularly his rage against so many other cultures, against the Muslim community,
He's just so angry.
against the Black Lives Matter movement, because all that does is it just fuels violence, right? Because we already know, there's a problem with police brutality in America, and thank God for Apple, because now everybody is recording all of the stuff that we were just crazy for talking about.
Right.
So things are going to have to change because there's too much evidence of all the brutality. But what's scary about Donald is that he is fueling all this hatred.
Right.
And that's what scares me, because it's like, okay, you kill me, I kill you.
Yeah.
Where we gonna have race riots again?
Well, we already having them, aren't we? I mean, they don't, in my opinion, they're just going around shooting people. I mean, and it's no consequences. Nobody's really, dealing with what's really going on at hand. So even before he started speaking on it, it's been going on, quiet as kept. And a lot of the stuff doesn't even make the media that's been going on too. So
I feel like it's definitely been going on, but I feel like he's just putting more fuel behind it. He's just now inviting those who maybe wanted to act but didn't. It's like it's cool now to do it. Oh,
Yeah.
The man hit him, and then he said, next time we're going to have to kill him. I might have to kill him. That's what the man said in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if that is the behavior that this man is inviting or fueling, gee whiz, what is our children's future going to look like? Like, to me, that's just crazy that you can have a voice, you can be honest, but be responsible in your voice. You can't just be...
we know he's not responsible.
He's not responsible.
At all.
And
Never
he ain't worried about his kids, his wife, his grandkids. That little Trump clan, they good. They all good.
Right.
So he can say anything.
They living in a compound.
He's not worried. He's not worried about nothing nobody got to say.
At all.
It'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting.
But I agree with you. It is nice to know
the honesty.
Yeah. I really do like that he's honest. Because, like I said, no telling what they really do behind closed doors. All the other ones who are saying they not for Trump, but a lot of these people, they are for Trump, clearly because he's in the lead.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The unspoken truth.
Yes.
Well, moving right along to some more pop culture type of stuff. Kim Kardashian and Bette Midler have been out of control.
I love it.
They've been Twitter hugging like no other. It is hilarious.
I love it.
First, it started out with, of course, Kim's nude photo. I mean, how many times can we see her nude? I guess not enough.
I know.
Not enough.
We've seen you already.
Right.
We get it. We get it.
Make my self-esteem lower about myself.
She's coming up, though.
But then ironically, the picture without the bars did make it to social media shortly after. But she said, when you have nothing to wear, laughing out loud. And Bette was like, for us to see a part of your selfie that we've never seen before, Kim, you have to swallow the camera.
Yes.
So, and she, let me tell you, Bette is unbelievably funny. I mean, she comes for everybody on her Twitter.
Yes.
It is so hilarious. But anyway, a few other celebrities, they just jumped on the bandwagon with Bette Midler, and they were retweeting and adding their 2 cents. And all of a sudden, we saw a side of Kim that everybody was like, does Kanye have Kim's phone? Because this can't possibly be Kim. She was
clapping back.
Yeah, clapping back, shooting,
like, okay.
throwing grenades and all types of stuff. And then the funniest one was when she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't keep up with this social media. I'm too busy cashing $80 million checks and transferring $53 billion to the joint account. But some good has come from this Twitter beef, I guess you could say. Bette Midler has now challenged Kim to charity, to raise money for charity.
Yes.
So now she's saying, make your new selfie work for you, And she put up a picture which was hilarious. You guys have to go and check out Bette Midler's page. But she's saying, I want to raise money, and the the charity is Stages for Success, and what it is they redo any type of outdated public school auditorium, so they make it more
That's
modernized
nice.
for the kids and whatnot. So
For
she's
performing
like,
arts.
yes, and she
okay.
said if you retweet, if you donate, I'll match. And
Okay.
so we're going to see how
We'll
this
see.
pans out. But
Okay.
you know, that's how you're supposed to do a Twitter beef. Like, y'all
Right.
go back and forth, but let's get a great
Yeah.
ending to it. Let it make it count. I mean, make it count. Like,
Yeah.
what else are you doing it
Yeah.
for? Y'all ain't really
That's a
be
great
scrapping.
challenge. Let's
Yes.
see how Kim steps up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's see how she
yeah.
responds now. That $80 million check
Yeah.
you just cashed.
Right, exactly.
Now I'm like, that don't be putting your mouth where your money ain't at now,
Right.
because she come through with some, okay, I'm gonna donate $60 million, then now you gotta match.
Well, that
know
Midland's
she's
been in
not gonna
Hollywood
do
a
that.
long time.
She has, but
I don't think she broke by any stretch
I don't
of the
think she
imagination.
is either, but I just don't know, sometimes you don't know what exactly, Kim might wow her with that one. Just because.
I doubt that.
Right.
Now she might post another naked picture.
Before she
We do
match.
know that, yeah, but I doubt she's putting up 60 million.
Right.
If she do, like you say, she will wow us all.
Yes.
Because I don't see that happening.
We all putting up new selfies and Kim put up
Right?
60 million. All right, well, that's all I got for you guys for Just Heard this week.
But I'm curious to know personally what you guys think of the new selfie, because I don't necessarily want to see a naked Kim Kardashian, primarily because I don't need to feel bad about my fat girl problems over here. However, I do applaud her for saying, it's my body. I can do what I want to do with my body, and my body is my business. So
I agree. You know what? See, here's the thing with me. I just think people too concerned with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, she's naked. All right, let's just let it go because she's always naked. What,
Yes.
what else is it? She's either naked
Right.
or changing her hair to blonde.
Right.
I mean, that's what we go and get. And then Kanye goes on a tirade, and then they in the tabloids for about the divorce, and then we know they're not going to
It's a
divorce.
cycle.
And then then they have another baby. Then it's just we know what we going to get with the
Right,
Kardashians.
right.
So stop giving them attention, and then they'll just go away.
They're not going to go away, Tori.
I think it just
going
goes.
no damn where.
I think it just goes with the brand, the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Period. Like they're overexposed in every
Yeah.
way, shape, or
Yeah.
form. So I mean,
Well,
it comes with.
it
That's
comes,
what she's
but
known
I'm
for.
just, okay.
She's
but
known for a sex tape.
We've
like,
had enough. We've seen the tape, the sex tape.
I didn't
We've
see
seen
it.
the
You know that-
photos.
here's the
We've
thing.
seen. I just think. Listen, to each his own. If that's what she wants to do, God bless her. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But me as a woman, I don't think I have to be liberated and show my body completely nude to make that statement.
Right.
As a mother, I don't want to ever do anything that my children are going to have to be like, there go my mom on Twitter again. Oh, God. And I just think that sometimes people don't think about that because they're so selfish thinking about what they want to do, what makes them happy, what liberates them. But there's an effect to everything that you do in life.
It's
So I'm
so
just
true.
saying that you could take the new self. You gave us a selfie book. You gave us pictures on the deli. You're giving us a sex tape. You've given us so much sex. We are good for the rest of our lives. And God bless her. I think she's a great looking girl. I think, if she's happy, flaunt it. But you don't have to be so public where your kid can go and Google and it'll take them right there to busting it wide open. That's all I'm saying.
I think her kids are going to be so used to it that it's going to just. I really don't think it's going
When
to.
you got a crazy ass father like Kanye.
I mean,
Listen, that's
and
enough
a
crazy in the
granddaddy
family. We
who's
don't need to
now
add
a
to it.
grandmommy. So I just don't think the kids are really going to be that affected. I just don't.
It's just no wow factor for me. It's like we've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it all. And
seen it all.
interestingly, when I was working on this show and I Googled Kim Kardashian nude selfie, I was shocked at
was a
the
number?
amount of pictures that popped up.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I was just shocked at the number of pictures that popped up. I mean, again, her body, whatever,
Yeah.
all good, but I was just shocked. And then I was like, well, damn, let me Google nude Diann Valentine, see what the hell is floating around out here. I was like, okay, it's all good.
Oh, we don't get
No,
no Diane
my
goodies
cookies
on
is
the
under
internet.
Girl, let them cookies out.
Just one time, Diane. Just one time.
I'm fine. I'm liberated. I'm liberated.
Put your
I'm
clothes
good.
on.
Put my clothes on. I'm good. Well, ladies, let's jump into our show. So let's start talking about women. And is it jealous or psychologically imbalanced?
Ooh.
All right, so today's topic is, can women really be friends? So according to an article that I found in Female Psychology, women can be cold and heartless. It says especially in the case of female aggression. Now, relational aggression has been used to describe behaviors aimed at damaging another's friendship or inclusion in a peer group. And lastly, it says that 90% of women's friendships start with a compliment, but 80% of those compliments are a lie.
Who got time for that?
All right?
Nobody got time for that.
Jen, I'm going to start with you. How do you deal with women in your life that always give you bitchiness when you know you can't avoid having them in your life? For example, they are your boss, they're your client, they are a casting director, or they're an EP of a show you're on.
Oh, God. Honestly, I just feel that I kill them with kindness.
That's right.
I mean, my mom would always say, what is it, you get more bees with honey, or I don't know what the hell the saying is, but anyway.
That's the saying. You
But-
get more bees with honey.
Okay, so yeah, I just, I'll be like, hey, but
You give them the phone right back.
yeah, I mean, I think in certain situations when you're dealing with someone like, a boss, or listen, where's money involved? I'll fake the funk when I got to, okay? But if there is no light at the end of the tunnel and no benefit to the relationship, then whatever.
Yeah.
But if you have to deal with someone, I just think, honestly, being pleasant is probably the best answer for that.
But now, how do we teach women, how do we teach young girls, Torrei, you can answer this one, to speak up for themselves if we are also telling them, no, you just take it?
Oh, well, I've never told my daughter just to take anything. I always
So you don't
instill-
teach her to kill it with kindness?
No, well, I tell her to definitely, treat people how you would want to be treated. And I tell her to always speak up for herself, and I always, instill confidence in her. But my daughter, naturally, she's not going to take nothing from nobody anyway. I say, but there's still always a way to speak to people when you don't like how they're coming at you.
Right.
You don't have to be disrespectful because then that takes you out of your character.
Right.
And I'm not raising her to be a disrespectful person, woman, girl, anything like that. So I always tell her, make sure you just treat people how you would want to be treated. And what you put out in the universe usually comes back. I genuinely believe that. Like, I don't walk around being fake or phony with nobody. So if somebody fake or phony in my camp, I call it out right away. And I mean, I had an issue with one of my girlfriends the other week, and I was like, why are you coming up in here with that stank energy? You need to take that somewhere down the hill.
Right.
Don't bring that type of energy up into my domain
Right.
because I don't need it. And I checked that right at the door where it was, and she was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Right.
I said, yeah, because what's the point?
Right.
So I'm just, and I might be a little too blunt. That's why, it's taking a little longer for me to break through in Hollywood. But
What you saying?
I'll get to that.
I believe it's going to work for me in the long run.
Right.
Yeah.
What's for
Right.
You gotta be
So,
true to
yeah,
yourself.
Right. So, April, do you think there's a difference between a woman who stabs you in the back publicly or the one who does it very quietly?
I don't really think it's a difference. It really isn't. If you want to stab me in the back and we so-called friends, then we really wasn't friends to begin with. I just think personally, if you were a friend of mine, why would you use a public platform to try and demise my character or make me look something less than what my brand and who I've been for since the public has seen me, since people have known me, to always maintain. So I think that's very shallow of the individual who thinks that is the way to deal with it, because grown women sit down and talk. They don't do all that, I'm a clap back B, you what? No, you don't do that. You got a problem with me, you call me.
Right.
Don't call nobody in my family. If the problem's with me, you call me.
Right.
Let's hash it out. And if we can't hash it out, let's walk away amicable.
Okay, but now when that happens, let's just talk about when it does happen publicly. I know I've certainly had it happen to me. People say things. I'm called a bitch often because I am about my business.
Yeah.
So when that happens publicly, what do you do then?
Bye.
Well, you saying publicly from a friend?
Or a so-called friend.
Who you thought
Who
was
was
a
somebody
friend.
you thought was a friend. And that could be a colleague. That could be not just a girlfriend. That could be somebody that you work with or somebody you work for.
You want us to name names or something?
No, I don't. Please don't.
You want receipts?
You want us to clap at Diann.
We are not stepping into the shade room. Let's just saying.
Listen, I've been in that situation, and let me just
Yes.
say, I will never give the public anything less than April Daniels. Period. I'm not, as much as my flesh want to say the truth in the matter.
Right.
My truth is not to be proven to no one. Between me, between whoever it's involved, you know it went down. You want the energy. You want the time. You want me to give you what you're seeking. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
God bless you. Wish you all the best in life. Clearly, if you think I'm that effed up of a friend, we don't need to be friends anyway.
Wow, I can really feel the bass
You
in
feel
your
that?
voice. I can feel it. The aggression sitting next to me.
I'm just saying, like, don't do
I'm
that.
just trying to be. I'm just trying to host the show.
That's
You ready
just
to fight me?
Look, you'll never see
I mean,
me
you got the boss hat on. She coming at you right now.
You know, that's because Diann had all that trap music playing before the show. Got me turned up in this motherfucker. No, but that's just what it is. Like, don't give people, like,
Right.
that's like with our kids. My son will come home and be like, Mom, this was such and such did this and that. And I'm like, listen, if they ain't touching you, if they don't come out their mouth and say something disrespectful to you,
Right.
don't even let them know that you care.
Yeah.
You don't make that much difference in my life for me to give you that. Because if you really are a friend, at the end of the day, it ain't about TV, it ain't about social media, it ain't about me hanging out with somebody trying to mouth off like I'm this killer when I'm really not. You know, like, come on, you ain't even about that life, so stop it. So at the end of the day, tunnel vision. People will try to divert you off of whatever it is that you're trying to get done or achieve in life. And I'm not going to give anybody, you will never Google me and find me acting a fool or anything. If I'm connected to some foolishness, it's because of the person who started the foolishness dragged me in on their parade. But you will never get that.
But I've known you a long time.
You've known me a long
I
time.
know April Brown.
Yes,
so.
you know April Brown. Yes, and if it hadn't been for the listen, and please tell the people, have I changed? Have I changed?
No.
Have I changed? Now, have I ever been that chick you gonna see out in the street acting a fool?
No,
You
I'm
ain't
teasing.
never
I'm
seen me
teasing.
act a
I'm
fool.
teasing.
I do
All
that
right.
in private.
So let me ask you guys something a little less violent and a little less,
Don't have me Donald Trump, y'all,
belligerent,
out here.
shady. Okay. Have Jen and Torrei, have either of you ever complimented a woman and you didn't really mean it?
Never.
I don't say stuff I don't mean. I don't say stuff I don't
That's
mean.
ridiculous. That's mean and sad. And
Okay, but let me phrase it this way.
Okay.
Okay, because I've done it.
I was gonna say,
No,
you must
I've
be
done it.
that chick that
and
be
it's
over
not
there
that
doing
I've done it and didn't mean it, but like for me, when I go out or like if I'm in a business environment and it's a networking environment, I get really, really shy.
Okay.
Like my palms start sweating. I don't know how to talk to people. I'm antisocial, so I'm always looking for
Lies you
a
tell.
way. I promise nobody believes it, but I'm always looking for a way to like start a
Icebreaker.
conversation with somebody. So I'd be like, oh, that person's so cute. Like. It's not that I dislike it, but I don't really give a damn about your purse.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out a way to say hi.
Okay.
Like just
So
talking
say
about
hi,
it.
Diann.
But just talking about it, I'm sweating right now.
So now y'all know, ladies, when y'all see Diann and she compliments
Right.
y'all first, she don't really mean it, right?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but
Just because I'm honest on this panel.
Okay, Donald Trump.
I'm just saying. Just because I'm honest. Just because I'm honest. All
we
right?
all honest.
All right. So one more question for you guys, because I think a lot of women, I don't know if masquerade is the right word. That might be a little harsh, but a lot of women tend to have entourages. You know, they always got a lot of women around them,
I
and
can't.
they really come across as like a
don't have
girl's
an
girl.
entourage.
But maybe you know them when they are alone, and it's completely opposite the person they are when they are in the middle of this big entourage. So how do you deal with women like that?
I don't know women that walk around with a big entourage or have like a lot of women around them. I mean, that's just, I don't know. That's very strange to me. And I'm very much a loner. Like I like to do things by myself. I'm my favorite person. I mean, I don't need all of that. So
Okay.
to me, that's just a little, it's a little strange to me. like I feel like people that have a bunch of people around them always need like constant gratification
Validation.
or
Yeah.
it just is, I don't know. You need to be content with yourself.
How about you, Torrei?
Yeah, I don't have an entourage. My entourage is my kids, my boyfriend, and
Ew.
my mom. And she live in Jersey, so she the entourage when she come out here. But yeah, I don't really have an entourage. I have girlfriends, but I mean, I don't see them every single day. I'm not hanging out with them every single day. I'm with my guy every single day. That's who I choose to be with. So yeah, no. And that's where it gets, too catty and the drama and all that stuff. And I just don't want that.
Well, I will say, you guys know I have worked for a lot of people, and I've worked for a lot of very successful, very wealthy women that do have entourages. And it's a very uncomfortable place to be in because you're around people and they have all of these people around them, and everybody is kind of serving them in one way or another. And for me, when I work with women, it's like I'm your peer.
Yeah.
I'm not your assistant. I'm not your servant. I am the paid help, so I'm clear that I'm here to do a job. But, I'm not here to cater to you. I'm here to do my job. And that's a fine line because I think particularly, very successful women, for them to even let you in their lives, they have to feel like you are somewhat of a friend, even
and
if
serving
you
a purpose too,
even if you use the word lightly. I have to be very friendly with the women that women that I service.
That's you, but I know some women that it ain't about friendship. It's about what I can get from you. And so I'm willing for you to look like a friend and act like a friend, but I need you to feed my ego. I need you to make it all about me. I need you not to share the spotlight. I need you to step back and they want you to praise them like they're a god, and it's like, listen, I got way too much to do to be sitting here kissing your butt all day. I can't do that.
Like, that's not a friendship.
Right. And it's not a friendship, but I've seen that. I've seen that, and I've seen people gladly play the role.
Right.
I'm not here for that. I didn't sign
Gladly
up
play
for
the
that.
role of the worshiper?
Yeah,
Or
and it's fine. So, but I do think there is a such thing as, women having a group of women around them that if they want to title them the entourage, that's fine. But that they really rock out with each other, that they're really a solid group of friends. The women really get down with each other like that. And that's what it is. So I don't think if you see an entourage of girls, I don't think it's always like some fake, foolishness wrapped up in it, because I have seen those relationships where I'm like, wow, this girl's always with the same crew. She ain't never biting nobody's back out. I ain't never see her do anything that I would question. Like, she really is a girl's girl. So, I think it is definitely a mixture of that type of chick out there in the world. Just, when you start seeing and taking notes how they do the other friend in the group, that's your cue.
I've been stabbed in the back a few times because I am a very nice person, very open, very giving. And so as I've gotten older, I've just, just shut down a little bit, because I've seen what happens, And when you become successful and good things are happening for you, sometimes your light draws the wrong people. And they come in the form, where they're pretending to be something they're not. And so what I've learned, I have my two best friends from 7th grade. They've known me since 7th grade. They are with me. They come out here to visit me. And then I have people who I've met in LA who are my acquaintances, because I don't necessarily call them friends. They're my acquaintances. And until they do something that shows me they're not my acquaintance, then I keep them, around. But I really do have a hard time trusting people.
Trusting people or trusting women?
Just people, because everybody has a motive.
Okay, you don't discriminate.
I don't discriminate at all, because I have to have my guard up very high and see what they really are trying to get. Or, now if I feel like we're on equal playing levels and, we can complement each other, then that's something different. But if you're just coming to me off the rip and I don't know anything about you, and, you constantly, like you were saying about the praising, and you can feel when it's phony anyway. Like, girl, I'm like, no, I know
that's way too much.
I don't look that hot.
Too extra.
Okay, yeah.
Too extra.
I'm like, stop.
Right.
So,
the difference.
All right. So we can agree that some are just psychologically imbalanced.
I think that's a problem out here, though, in LA, in Hollywood. People just, I mean, I just think everybody does have a motive, and people
Everybody.
are opportunists, and people are very career driven. And
Yes,
if
they
they
are.
feel that you could help them get to the next level or do something for them, then yes, they are going to befriend you. So I
Right.
think you do have to be very cautious
Right.
about who you let into your life.
Now that's an interesting thought, but we're gonna get to that. So why don't we move on and let's play a game?
Okay.
All right. So we love games, Tori.
Okay.
So this game is called What If. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple of scenarios, and you let me know how you might respond.
Okay.
April, I'm gonna start with you, and don't be looking. Don't be looking.
She already fired up.
Yeah, I'm hot over here.
Skippy Mixes got it fired up.
Okay.
So, April, what
Yes.
if your girlfriend buys your man a gift for his birthday,
Lord.
but you
What?
did not receive one from her, and your birthday happened to be 2 months prior?
What if?
They on the
Man,
chopping block.
Yeah, no, you're not a friend, homie, and you can take your gift back. Thank you, but no thanks.
So you would tell her take her gift back?
Absolutely. First of all, you out of line buying my husband a gift, and you ain't buy me one. You want if you a friend that get gifts, give them to everybody.
Yes.
Well, say what you really feel.
That's right. How you over here picking and choosing?
All right, Jen. What if you had plans with your girlfriend and she cancels just a few hours before you guys are supposed to get together? So you decide to go out to happy hour and you
you
run
see
into
that?
the girl who canceled with you, only she's there with another girlfriend.
Ooh, that's shade.
What do you do then?
I'll be like, oh, bitch, I thought you were. You know what? Honestly, I probably would say something. I would say something like, oh, you canceled because you wanted to. I mean, my thing is whatever reason you canceled, that's fine.
Just
I guess
keep it live. Don't
yeah,
lie.
I guess it depends on like what she said. Did she cancel saying she was sick?
Yeah.
Or did she cancel saying, you know what I mean? That then it becomes like a different situation depending on what she said, why she canceled. But it's like if you just didn't want to go out with me because you want to go out with someone else and have drinks with someone else, you're bad, you're lost. You might want to be on the winning team.
All right, okay, so Tori,
That's a good one.
what if one of your girlfriends calls your man for relationship advice?
Oh, no.
Oh, that happens.
Okay.
That has happened. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I don't mind that because it's one of my good girlfriends, and her husband calls me for advice.
Okay.
So we have a tight knit circle. This is a couple we hang out with often,
Right.
and so we know each other's laundry, all of that
Right.
stuff. And so she's even told me I'm going to call him for some advice.
That's the right way.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's the
I don't
right
have a problem with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Now, Jen. Or no, let me get back to April. All right, April. What if a mutual friend calls you and tells you that your girlfriend was bumping her gums about you in a very negative and derogatory way?
I'm gonna punch you in the gum. Like, no, no. I mean,
Do you call her and
that's
confront
happened
her?
to me.
Or do you?
Absolutely, I'm going to confront you. Yes, I'm gonna confront you. I'm not going to not confront you.
You know she's going to confront.
I'm gonna confront you because you out of line. Like, first of all, I don't ever want to assume that you know how I feel about anything. I'm gonna let you know how I feel
Right.
about it. Now, if it's repairable after that,
Okay.
cool. Some people do stuff so drastic that I have no interest to repair
Right.
it, but we're gonna walk away with you knowing. My heart will be clear when I walk away from this. You'll know how I feel. You'll know why I feel that way,
Okay.
and you can tell me whatever you feel like you want to tell me. But it's a done deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jen, what if you and your man break up and then he starts dating someone who was an acquaintance of both of yours? Now, she wasn't necessarily, a BFF, but you knew her and your man knew her.
Okay, wait. What now? This is a lot to digest. Okay, acquaintance as in we've all gone out and had drinks.
Acquaintance is
and
however you
this bitch
define
called me
it.
on the phone asking me
However
to,
you define acquaintance.
Yeah, see, no, I don't agree with that. I
So
don't
what
think,
if? What would you do?
I mean, I don't think it's anything you could really do about it if you've moved on from the situation. But I would let the person, the acquaintance, definitely know how I feel about the situation.
And not your ex.
She
Man
gonna
gonna
let
be a
that
man.
ex know.
I don't really blame. I mean, they both play a certain extent in the situation, but I feel like as a woman, you should know there's certain things that are out of line.
Right.
Okay, so again, well, not again, but it seems to me that women are held to a higher standard than men.
Oh yeah. 'Cause
Why is that?
That's the code.
That's the G code.
Yeah.
Men are gonna be men. They're gonna do what.
And wait a minute, whether they men or not, they got a code. They have a code.
Get with anything that's gonna try to get with them.
Wow.
That's
They
their
have,
code.
well, some decent men have a code where they like, you don't do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now there's the dog world that just they don't care. They like
Right.
whatever. When we hump it, we hump it. All right, we hump down.
Exactly.
But I think that both sexes have a code. You know, like you just listen. You're a woman now. Bottom line is this: you want the same respect that I'm asking you for with me. Period. Ain't nowhere in the world I could do whatever you've done to me to you, and you be okay with it.
But just
That's a
because you know somebody, right? Why are you obligated to not ever date somebody? Like, I know a lot of people who broke up.
Yeah.
That we weren't BFFs.
So you would get with somebody's ex that you know?
I'm just saying, I could.
You a low key hoe?
Love. It's a difference.
Well, I understand what you're saying. It's
in
like,
this
okay,
town,
yeah.
like
It's
just
so
think
tight.
about in this town, like, or people that work in entertainment, they often date other entertainers.
Yeah.
Because that's who they're around.
The same 5 people that date the same 5 people in Hollywood. I don't know what you
I
talking
think
about.
y'all are unrealistic thinking that a woman would not date somebody's ex.
I'm not saying that. Listen, if you
and I
don't know
don't
me,
think it's something wrong with it. You done with him, right?
so what? So do I know her?
God.
Do I know her?
I said that you
Acquaintance.
are an acquaintance.
I don't agree with that. It's too
Listen,
many
I've
men.
already had this conversation with Cherie. She already knows, okay? If Will comes knocking
See
at
what
my
I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You gonna be
Jennifer
like,
gonna be
to
like,
hell with
Cherie,
Cherie.
I don't know, Sheree.
You gonna be like, to hell with Cherie. All
I
right.
did that show one time, and we're having.
All right, so let's move on, ladies. Let's move on. And let's talk a little bit what Jen brought up, friends with benefits. Okay? So Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey have been friends for years. Right? And it is very clear that Gayle has a lot of benefits
Hell yeah.
by being Oprah's
Shit, I'll be
BFF.
Oprah's friend too.
And
Call
they-
me if you need a new BFF.
and
Oprah.
maintaining that BFF status.
She hold that
Yes.
position
All right.
down to a T.
She holds it down. Ain't nobody getting in, damn it. Ain't nobody getting in. All right? And let's look at Sex in the City, because this was a great example of friends with benefits, because Samantha gave us great sex talks. Charlotte was the Stepford wife. She taught us how to be a lady. Right? Miranda was the smart businesswoman. She was a boss, for sure. And Carrie gave us all great weekly fashion fixes. Right? So they were all friends with benefits. Now, some women can't handle when someone else becomes BFF with their best friend, and they throw subtle shade, and especially when they introduced the 2 new girls that are now BFFs.
Yeah, I got accused of that before. But I didn't get an introduction. See, America didn't know that. I didn't.
All right.
Yeah, I've been in that position where the new friend wants to look you up and down and walk by you, and then the next minute you supposed to be, when people in your face like, hey girl, and I'm like, well, you just shaded me completely in the other room. Like, we really gonna pretend that didn't happen?
Don't you think some of that might be a figment of your imagination?
No, it's not, because someone else called it out before I said anything. Someone else.
I'm just saying.
TV.
No, it wasn't even a camera in the room at that time
okay.
when it happened. Yeah, no,
Okay.
it definitely had just happened. I said, today? I said, maybe I'm tripping. And then somebody came behind and said, oh, big, she looked you up and down. I was like, wow. So, I've been there where I'm like, listen, we all grown. We can all have friends. I ain't never going to stop somebody from being friends with the next chick.
That's weird to me.
That's petty. Who does that? That's not even high school. That's grade school.
I know. I don't believe in that. And you know what? I feel like I have the friends that I have in my life, like I do cherish my friends, and if they could be friends with my other friends, I don't mind it. I'm like, hey, like, meet this one. If whatever works.
Right.
But I don't feel any type of jealousy
At all.
Right.
They go to lunch and I'm not there or whatever. It's just, that shit is dumb to me.
It really
like,
is.
I think you don't have a life if you're worried about what your friend is doing.
And at the end of the day, I think every woman has her own circle of friends. I don't need nobody else's. I don't need your girlfriends. I got my own.
Right.
I don't need, like, who does that? Like, I'll be cool, but I'm even in a place where if I meet one of your friends, I might think she's cool, but I'm not like, girl, give me your number. I'm like, no, I get it. Like, it is what it is, and that's just me, like a respect thing I do, because I'm never pressed to be anybody's friend. But, you know, when I see her, I'm be like, hey, girl, how you doing? Yeah, you know, I'll bust it up with her or whatever, but ain't nobody trying to kidnap your friend, boo. Relax. You can have her. Like,
Yeah, that's very high school.
yeah.
So, Jen, how long have you had your longest friend? I know Torrei said 7th grade.
I've had my longest friend since 1st grade.
Oh,
lucky
long time.
you.
How about you, A? I know.
30 years.
30 years.
30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
I
amazing.
know how to be a friend.
So, Jen, let me ask you, do you have any female friends in your life that became very successful and very powerful, and maybe you worked a little extra hard to keep them as a great friend?
No, because I'm pretty consistent. Like, it doesn't matter to me if, you know, you're successful or not. Like, if you're a friend of mine, like I've had a lot of my friends since grade school, and you know, we've all gone on to do different things in our lives, and you know, I might not speak to them every day, but I'm consistent, and it's like we pick up right where we left off. So it doesn't really matter to me what people do. I'm gonna be the same person either way.
Okay. So, Torrei, do you think there's anything wrong with being an opportunist with your friends?
I don't think there's anything wrong with being an opportunist. I feel like you have to be in order to be successful. I think every successful person is an opportunist. You know, people look at the word opportunist as being bad.
Right.
If you do low down, dirty, underhanded stuff to get things, then that's bad.
Right.
But to be an opportunist, that just means you're seizing the moment. You see an opportunity and you're going after it. And honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
That's good. I agree. 1,000%. So, April, if you have a friend and you asked for a favor, you needed a connection, or you
don't
needed,
ask me this question, but go ahead.
you needed to be introduced to somebody, or you were looking for a resource, and they give it to you, or whatever.
give it to me?
Do you feel obligated that you now need to repay that?
I think if you're a friend, that's just an unspoken language. I'm going to, if I know you are trying to do something and I can help facilitate that, assist in any kind of way, you don't have to come ask me. I'm going to offer, because that's what friends are supposed to do.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Now-
that wasn't really the question.
Well, you said if it's something that they're trying to do and I can help introduce them or connect them to...
No, that wasn't the
That's
question.
what you said. You said, go ahead. Say it again. Say it again.
State the question again,
Your
please, ma'am.
question's too long today. Oh, my God. The question's too long.
The question was, do you
All right,
feel when somebody
Obligated
does
when
something
they-
for you, do you feel
in exchange.
obligated to do something in exchange?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but I'm saying if... Oh, wait. Are they a friend?
Yeah, they're a friend.
Friends with benefits.
Okay, then absolutely. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's unspoken. Like
Yes.
it's not like, oh man, she came through on my event. Now what can I do to repay her? That's not my train of thought. But I'm going to always be that person if we're friends.
Right.
Always looking to repay the favor. That's what friendship is about. It's a
Okay.
give and take. It's not take. Now I'm depleted and I have nothing to give. It's
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I got you. You got me. Okay, we got each
Yeah,
other.
I think
Okay.
it's just about supporting one another.
Absolutely.
And do you think, any of you ladies, do you think it's important to maintain friendships with people because you never know when you might need them?
I think that's not the right
Yeah,
reason.
no. I think be friends if you truly are friends and have a true connection.
Right.
Not just, oh, I might need this person one
Not
day.
with a motive.
Yeah, because people, they know. Like, people know. Like, I can pick them out and tell when somebody is coming at me a little harder than they usually do. Like, I know. I feel it. So you're not going to get anything from me anyway.
Right.
So
I'm two steps
yeah,
ahead of
you know, like, come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think when it's that situation, that's when being an opportunist is bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't know you, Torrei, but Jennifer and April married well. So these hoes haven't had to hustle the way I've had to hustle my life. There are plenty of
Don't be
people
hating.
that I maintain friendships with because I need to keep working. And that's not me being a bad friend. That's me being honest.
You a user.
Because guess what? I'm going to New York next week, and I had to go through my phone and be like, oh yeah, let me check in with her. You know what? I think she knows somebody at Louis Vuitton, and I'm trying to do something, so let me call her. Okay. But that's about me having maintained good relationships with people.
But they're not friends.
No, I consider them friends, lightly.
Acquaintances.
Well, you have good, communication skills.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing wrong with me being friends with somebody and I never see them or we haven't hooked up.
It's nothing wrong with that. But I think that when people have, when people have different professions and they keep in touch with one another or keep a name active in their phone because they know this person is connected. That's just the way of the business world to me.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like, girl, I'm going to invite her over to dinner because I want her to think I'm her friend because I really want to connect to go have this event at Louis Vuitton. And like that to me is where it's shady. But like what you're saying, that's just like the rule of thumb in business. Like you meet people, you keep their number, you keep that communication open, whether you just send a text and say, hey, I was thinking about you, or maybe not until 7 months later, but nobody's hurt over you not keeping in touch with them.
And it might be some women that I really don't even like very much. Well, but what that got to do with any damn thing?
To each his own. If it works for you, then so be it. And like you say,
girl, you better get that check.
You gotta hustle. Then you hustle. You do what you have to do to pay your bills. Just don't be underhandedly nasty.
Don't be
and
nasty.
doing some stuff where you're selling your soul.
No.
And be a bitch.
Yes.
But I honestly, I was blessed enough to where I also don't have to necessarily do certain things, so I can't speak for you, but I think if it works for you, then do what you gotta do.
Let me just add, she ain't missing the meal because before she got married, she was having $2 million events, $3 million events. I ain't going there. Because you married well. I ain't never seen you starving for nothing.
Look, all I'm gonna say is Sean know all about kissing babies and shaking hands.
Absolutely.
That's what it's called.
Yes,
you play nice in the sandbox with a lot of people, and you keep your judgment to yourself.
Yes.
And what's wrong with that? I
Nothing
like being
is
nice
wrong
to
with
people.
that.
I really like it, and I like keeping, I like shaking hands and kissing babies. I mean, I enjoy that. When I leave people's presence, I want them to feel good about me being in their presence.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
and that's the game.
Right.
We're in Hollywood.
Yes.
Y'all on a show just saying Black Hollywood Live. This is a game. And you better play it.
Right.
Or don't be in it.
Or don't be in it. That's what
Which
I'm
is
saying.
why I'm getting ready to move to Albuquerque. Because, see, I ain't cut out.
You ain't moving nobody's Albuquerque, so you need to stop.
I want to kiss your baby if you fake. I want to shake your hand if
But you don't
fake.
have to be fake. Because we can see you carry a good aura. You have good aura, good energy. It's just you see it radiates.
Schooler, Torrei. Schooler.
Just stay who you are.
It's hard.
And even I know it's very.
Listen,
Listen, April. I've done a lot of soul searching within the last 3 years and just getting right with God and getting myself together and putting a list of people's names and burning a bonfire in my backyard. So trust and believe. I understand what you're talking about.
Right.
But I feel so much better just being true to Torrei.
Absolutely.
And doing what I know I have to do than versus saying I'm gonna let this person change me, I'm gonna let this happen.
Right.
And so I think if you just stay true to you, everything will work out the way it's supposed to anyway.
Right.
I mean, we all blessed.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yes,
we are
absolutely.
all
Yes.
blessed women. So I don't think we have much to worry about.
Agreed.
At all.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right,
Amen.
let's move on. So now we come to our segment, which is our fabulous find of the week. And today's fabulous find is Classy Girl Wardrobe. Our very own Jennifer Williams recently this week launched a new online website, which is tell us about it. Let me not talk about it. Tell us about it.
Thank you. So I've been working on this online boutique for quite some time, and you guys know I had some personal setbacks, so it took me a little longer than expected, but it's been a passion and a dream of mine to have an online boutique, and I love fashion, and I really put a lot of time and love into this, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and it's cute, fashion forward, affordable pieces, and I'm mean, I'm really happy. I'm so elated that it's like finally done. But now like the real work comes in.
Oh,
but
yes.
yeah, so I just launched a couple of days ago, and of course I was like sick, but yeah, it's definitely out there. So check it out, classygirlwardrobe.com.
So can we stay connected so I can get some red carpet?
Yes, absolutely.
Friends with benefits. Friends with benefits.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if anybody's curious what the pieces look like, we even have a picture of Jen, who is wearing the Boss Babe blazer and Bear Me the Details bodysuit.
And you've been wearing a lot of your pieces on some of the episodes of the next 15. So people, you know, all this hot stuff she's been wearing on her Instagram and stuff.
Yes. Check me
Sexy.
out on my IG, and everything is definitely affordable. That was very important to me.
Yeah.
Cute. And such cute pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, such
Thank
cute
you.
pieces. Well, ladies, this has been a spicy conversation.
Always
April
is.
over here. I know.
Caliente. But you the one sweating a little bit, not me. I'm hot.
It might be this drink.
I know.
Or these bright lights. I
The drink got everybody turned up.
Mixers in our live, Torrei. All right, ladies. So before we wrap up, why don't you give our viewers one last thought on female friendships? Can women really be friends? And then tell them how they can keep up with you. I'm gonna start with April, Torrei, since you
Okay.
haven't done this with us yet.
Okay.
Okay.
I really believe women can be friends. I absolutely believe that. However, you have to know how to be a friend to expect someone to be a friend in return. I think that is where the bump is in the road for a lot of women. And I think if you just take a moment to self-reflect and really stay true to yourself, you'll know where the flaws are that need fixing, and you'll know, where you need to improve to be a better friend, because it's only two reasons someone would act totally crazy with you. Either they're chemically imbalanced, or two, they not real talk, or they just don't know how to be that friend to you. So I'm not saying throw in the towel on all friendships, but I'm saying the friendships that help you grow, that help support you, that help stimulate you, who help you in different aspects of your life and different things that you're dealing with. If you find yourself leaving a friendship or being in a friendship that you get absolutely nothing, then it's time to reevaluate. So stay true to yourself. Women can be friends. Don't you get that notion in your head that I just don't get along with women. That's poppycock. We can get along with one another. And you can keep up with me across all social media platforms at I am April Daniels.
Thank you. Jen?
I absolutely feel that women can be friends. I think the key here is reciprocation. And I think what you put out, you have to put out and give as well. So I just think that friends with benefits is fine. I mean, everybody is going to bring something to the table as long as you're not sitting at the table empty-handed. And I think that's one thing as women, we just need to be able to support one another. I don't feel that you could be friends with someone who is jealous of you and wants your life. That's a whole different story. But I do feel like as friends, we can support each other and we can get along. And, one person is talented here, another one's talented there. Like, let's all make it work. So I do believe we all can be friends and coexist and get along. And you can definitely keep up with me on social media. On Twitter, I am Jennifer, and Instagram at JenniferWilliams17.
Thank you. And Torrei?
I also think that people can be friends and women can be friends. I feel like, we all have said, be the person that you want people to be to you. As long as you put out good, positive vibes into the universe, you're going to get it back. If you walking around stank and jealous and stuck up, it's like, for what? Because everybody has opportunity, like I've been seeing this quote flying around the internet. We all have the same 24 hours as Beyonce. Seriously, the only difference between somebody up here and somebody down here is just the work ethic. So, if you see somebody who's getting ahead and they're a friend and they're doing well, just match that. Let it inspire you and motivate you instead of making you be envious and jealous. So I definitely do feel like we can all be friends. Yes.
And how can our viewers keep up with you and Skimpy Mixers?
Yes, so you can find me. It's Torrei Hart all across the board. Torrei. My mother did that. Hart. TorreiHart.com. Torrei Hart Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Skimpy Mixers. SKIMPY Mixers.com.
Thank you. Ladies, I think that there's absolutely nothing standing in the way of women being friends except for women ourselves. I believe that women come in all different shapes, sizes, colors. We have different opinions. We have different religious beliefs. We look at life and family and career differently. But too often, judgment stands in the way of some of the best relationships you will ever have in your life. I'm Diann Valentine. You can keep up with me across all social media platforms at Diann Valentine. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week. God bless you. Get you some drink. It's good stuff. Cheers.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.